Turns out that the boss, the CEO of Netflix, received a call from our favourite ex-royals. As ever, what was it about? Let me explain. Hi, good morning. How are you? Nice to see you today on this chilly London winter's day. Let me tell you, everybody's in a flurry. Bit of a hint there, yes, because we've recently just had, well, a minuscule amount of snow here in London. But of course, everybody's going potty, thinking it's marvellous, all that sort of stuff. I don't know about you, I like snow as long as it goes quite quickly. See, the problem that you've got with it, and this is the thing where people tell you off and say, oh, you're ageist, is this. It's all very well, isn't it? Well, it's nice and crisp and everything like that. Once it freezes over, you've got to be careful when you're out. Truly, I genuinely mean that for anybody, But as you get a bit older, if you slip or twist your ankle or fall down, that can be catastrophic. I mean, it can put you out of work for a few days, few weeks, whatever. That's why I say to everybody, be careful. Lovely to look at, but you want it shoveled away quite quickly, don't you? A little bit like some people might suggest, that's rather unkind, isn't it? Harry and Meghan shoveled away because it's now a public embarrassment, all thanks to the comedian at the recent Golden Globe Awards mocking them so openly. And the bottom line is now, this is truly a problem. You see, the situation is this. I mean, when you are now literally ridiculed by the so-called people you were trying to get on board, and as we know, Harry and Meghan had high hopes that they were going to receive some attention for their docu-series with the Golden Globes and the Critics' Choices and all that sort of stuff. But really, they've sort of seen a dementia of backlash, if you like, in the fact that it's diminishing quite badly. And the bottom line, really, when you think about it, is Harry and Meghan have been mocked, not just by South Park, but by Family Guy, The Store, everywhere you turn. Now, they've got to take this in their stride. They're public figures. That's the deal. You have to learn to be able to laugh at yourself. When you think about politicians, whether it be the former president, Donald Trump, or over here, Rishi Sunak, Boris Johnson, literally they're mocked on these channels every single day, major TV channels. But now, as you can imagine, it was very, very humiliating for Harry and Meghan, not just to be mocked by the comedian, but to highlight the fact that a streaming giant, one that had its CEO sat in the audience, Ted Sarandos, basically mocked and then camera zooming in. It must have been embarrassing because after all, he is the man that's continuing to pay Harry and Meghan for the content that's receiving so little viewership. I'm talking about things like The Heart of Invictus and The Business Show. That's really all we've seen apart from their docu-series. But according to a very well-placed source, Harry and Meghan have put a call in to the Netflix bosses with the underpinning of, are we okay? Now, basically, and as ever, we have to say allegedly, the bottom line is they are very, very nervous because once it becomes public humiliation like this, where people are literally mocking the CEO in front of your peers, the Hollywood peers, the big group, of course, that rely on people making a return. Oppenheimer and Barbie all made big bucks for the studios. They can make jokes about them, but they won't because they're successful. When you're not successful, things become very tricky. And Harry and Meghan know better than anyone that it's a flick of a switch and suddenly you're out. So a call to Ted to reaffirm their status that, are we okay? You can truly understand. Not quite sure of Ted's response, or indeed if he ever got back to the former royals. It is a developing story. When I know more, you'll know more. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.